Welcome back to the most beautiful conversation. This is the conversation I didn't know I needed to have, but I am loving it. Earlier, we unpacked the quiet side of fatherhood, the lonely side, the pressure, the isolation. I think a lot of us experience this, but we really talk about it, or at least I have the opportunity to talk every day, and I'm now understanding what a gift. We now look at how community can change that, and Herschel is just opening my eyes. I love the fact that a younger gent, all due respect, has got this notion, because I think a lot of us that are stemming, and worse, even in our fathers or that generation, we're very emotionally disconnected. I feel a very powerful emotional connection. Tell me about your little girl, my friend. Why is fatherhood so amazing for you?
Thanks first of all. I think it's the direct relationship that you have. You have such an impact on a young child's life.
What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Alina. Sorry, yeah, Alina.
Alina.
She just turned 1.
Yay.
She's amazing. She's such a quick learner, and she's just running around at the moment. So she's keeping me busy at home, of course. I think just having that impact on someone's life, to see this is what you can shape them, you can mold them, you can teach them, give them values, and how I grew up, definitely I want to instill what my dad taught me.
That's a beautiful thing. What a great way to honor your dad. We do also know that they copy us. They have little mirror neurons that absorb what we do. Unfortunately, not what we say a lot of the time, but look, I do say a lot, so maybe that's not a bad thing. But when you go into these engagements, when you get the one-on-one time, when you get to connect, how does it play out? Because it looks like beautiful energy is created in that space. How does one of your meetings pan out?
Most of the time we do tend to meet up, at places where the kids can run around, or open spaces. But
this looks great, dude. I'm there every weekend. There's coffee, there's bubbas, there's bromance. Oh my word. Get out of town. I am a crier. Sorry, Herschel, I should have let you know that I fell asleep last night for the first time with my little daughter holding my hand, which she hasn't done in a very long time. And there's something about those intimate spaces, connections, when we just get to feel that energy.
Yes.
What have the dads said to you about the shift in their lives now that this has started? Are you starting to see results?
Yeah,
I'm going to
sure.
say this with all due respect again, in the real world where it matters most to these guys.
Yeah, for sure. I've been very surprised. I'm gonna be honest. I started it and didn't think I'd get this reaction. And from the dads, you can see the walls start to tear down as soon as one dad opens up. They introduce themselves, they speak to each other, and the stories, they're telling their life story in a sense. And that's where you talk about your mental health, you talk about your situation, and you just see dads connecting and supporting each other, even sending a message in the morning saying, "Dads, have a great week, guys. No matter what."
That's cute, actually. That's quite sweet.
You think you're like, it's like getting a message from your wife. Almost.
That's slightly different to the normal guys' WhatsApp group. Let's be honest here. Maybe the world needs a bit of that energy.
Yeah.
Where do you want to take this? I know you've got friends, you've got family that are connected. Now you've got strangers coming into the mix that feel like family. Where do you want to take not just dads? And you're on the manifestation station, man, so speak it into truth.
Yeah. Firstly, with the meetups and the community, I'd like to have a representation of all South Africans, everyone from every part of walk of life, and just grow it exponentially for this year. And then there's a main part that I want to focus on, is the giving back part. I want to start a foundation off the back of not just dads, which really focuses on single dads, single moms, families in need, especially in our context. So I really want to just pull every resource together that I possibly can, and also give back as much as we're supporting each other. We need to support those.
Because we can, because dads.
Exactly.
We're in the engine room of this country, man.
Yeah.
Have there been, because for me being a dad, I laugh more than anything. I laugh and cry with very little in between here.
Yeah.
Have there been any funny moments that you dip back into, any moments that have inspired you that you'll look back on and maybe have a chuckle or maybe a little tear? Has there been a high point of the journey for you so far?
Yeah, I think definitely I just think the meeting up and us having fun together as dads, because there's been a lot of comments on social media would be like, the moms are probably behind the camera or the moms are probably watching from a distance. So I think the funny part is that the dads and the kids, it is very calm. It's like controlled chaos. It's fun. It's interesting.
The guy's way, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's just funny. The sense of what we thought it would be and what it turned out. So I think it's just highs and lows, but honestly, amazing journey so far.
It feels so authentic because it's your journey. As much as you're helping others and you want to give back and create that kind of potential within this community, I can see how much you're deriving from it. You seem very well and healthy. So from one man to another, keep it up, son. Thank you so much for sharing that energy with the rest of us. It's okay not to be okay, but I'm going to speak to everyone else other than the dads now. If you can see that the man is under pressure, maybe not acting in the right way, open that door for a little bit of communication. Don't whisk in to try and save him. Maybe highlight not just dads, Cape Town as an opportunity to connect and just have a little bit of fun. Take the edge off. Find your tribe. Brother, I love you, man. That smile speaks volumes. We'll keep up their details on our social media platforms. It sounds like everyone's actually welcome, but dads, we love you, we appreciate you, and we see you hopefully at the next meeting with your little Baba.
Hey, next time, Raul. Next time.
Well, listen, this time around, though, we've got a lot to look forward to. Obviously, there's dad's under pressure. My skin's also under pressure. So I'm going to need a little bit of assistance there. But I'm also excited about the fact that you did something cool with Absa. Checking out the polo action.
Oh, the Duchamp. It was so good. Such a beautiful event. In fact, it was the debut of it. So we're definitely looking forward to so many more going forward out at Val de Vie. And then, of course, speaking about good skin, Raul's going to go through a transformation. I promise you. As we get a little bit older, you know that the skin does take a bit of a hit, and that's why Dermalogica has come on through with something so incredible. It is the Phyto Nature E-squared, and we can't wait to find out more about all the details. So we've got the experts waiting for you on the other side of this break.
Help me.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So good for you to join us this morning. We're going to get your skin looking the best it's ever looked by the end of this, so stick around to find out a little bit more. Listen, because as we age, our skin's natural cell turnover begins to slow down a little bit, and that is when the dullness and uneven texture and even the visible signs of aging start to creep in. Now, Dermalogica recently introduced something called Phyto Nature E-squared, formulated with next-gen exosomes and also enzymes working together. Now, this lightweight, silky leave-on helps reawaken your skin's natural surface renewal process, while also improving natural regeneration by, listen to this, 86%. And that's exactly why we brought in Dr. Barbara as well as Kendall Hamlin from Dermalogica, who are here to tell us more about these wonderful ingredients in this new product range. First and foremost, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
How beautiful is that? But we also know Dermalogica does it good every time.
They do it. They do the job.
They do it, and they do it so well. So, Dr. Barbara, what exactly are exosomes? I mentioned that in the intro.
Yes.
And how do they assist when it comes to skincare.
Perfect. Yeah. So exosomes, we're going to do a quick biology lesson,
Please.
just to basic it down. So exosomes have been around forever. They're part of our natural biologic process. So they are little vesicles, like fluid-filled blobs that bud off from our cells, and they act as communication molecules between cells. So they essentially can signal certain processes in the body, and obviously then we're thinking towards regeneration. So exosomes, the science is still quite emerging, but where we use them is obviously to try and increase the cell turnover and to try and increase the signaling between cells. And now you can imagine where it goes into anti-aging and skin texture and all of the things that we want to address.
Well, listen, I'm so glad that you're here to help us, because many of us are at the over 30 mark, and we do need some assistance as we age. We do know also that the cell turnover does slow down a little bit, but that's a natural thing that does happen as you age. So how do exosomes help support this and hopefully make us look, or at least slow down the aging process a bit?
Absolutely. So exosomes contain usually either plant or animal or human products to help decrease that aging process. For most products on the market, it's plant-based, so don't get too upset about what's in it. And then together with things like enzymes, we create a wonderful product to try and decrease the signs of aging. It helps with pigmentation. It really helps improve the skin texture as well. And it's by incorporating things like mostly natural ingredients in here. It works wonderfully. So because of that enzyme that you get, you'll feel that your skin texture improves. Really the before and after speak for themselves, because you're able to address pigmentation as well as your skin barrier, which is really important in the way that your skin is glowy and looks healthy.
That's what I was going to ask, the dullness as well that many people experience. Okay, so we can see a bit of a before and after, which we love to see. Kendall, welcome also. Thank you for being here. Let's get into this product. Dermalogica has just introduced this range, and it is, as I said, so beautifully put together, the Phyto Nature E Squared. So let's talk a bit about it. Tell us more about the range and the product.
So it is Dermalogica's breakthrough in skin regeneration, and it is a daily leave-on regenerative formula. And it's so exciting because it has very strong before and after pictures.
Absolutely.
Now, exosomes is the biggest focus here, and when we were talking about cell turnover, cellular renewal, that aging, it begins within the skin. Everything slows down. So that's where we need to target, and that's where exosomes come in. And it's going to wake up and coach. Let's get that communication going again.
I love that.
And then the enzymes, the exfoliation, it reveals brighter and smoother skin on a daily basis.
So you are saying that the enzymes and the exosomes, they work together in order to have these results at the end of the day. Well, Raul is here, and I'm really curious to see what you have got demonstrated for him as well. So what are we getting into? What are we doing?
Great. So I am going to begin the treatment with our pre-cleanse oil. It is a deep cleansing oil. And I have already prepped today for the demo. I'm using it on cotton pads, but at home you would use pre-cleanse on dry skin using dry hands.
Oh, I love that stuff. It's so good.
So it's going to feel a little cold. Okay. So this is going to remove impurities and prep the skin for the products to follow. Here we go.
And is this a morning product, an evening product?
So it can be used morning and night. If we think about nighttime, we've layered products all, in the morning, the makeup, SPF. We've also exposed our skin to pollution. Our skin secretes perspiration, oil, dead skin. So the pre-cleanse will literally dissolve all of those layers and debris.
Beautiful.
So I have now prepped the skin. I am going to move straight into our antioxidant Hydra Mist. One of my favorites is a top seller. It is our toner, and it's in a spritz form. Okay, so deep breath in, close your eyes. There we go. Now, not only is it refreshing and rehydrating, it's going to prep the skin to absorb all the product. So it's going to, we're also going to allow more of an even application and a spread, and now it's ready to receive the actives. Okay.
Okay, so when you say actives, this is the range that we're talking about, right?
Absolutely. So I am going to begin with our Phyto Nature E Squared. So we spoke about the exosomes, And this is going to keep the skin in its active state of renewal. Okay, very needed when that age process is kicking in. Okay, everything is slowing down.
Okay, what age should you start using products like this?
I would usually say, so we start losing collagen from our mid-20s and beyond already. So don't stress. I would say from your mid to late 20s, you can start thinking of introducing certain actives into your routine. Most of us who are now approaching our 40s only had this privilege when we were in our 30s, because a lot of things came on the markets in the last 10, 15 and 20 years. But I would say from there on, start thinking about incorporating one active at a time into your routine. Don't overstimulate your barrier, but you want to start looking at enzymes that help you get a little bit of microexfoliation so that your skin can actually draw in the actives. And then essentially what you're looking at is you want to try and place your antioxidants in the morning and then your retinoids and your anti-aging at night. And this is why this is perfect. I do it twice a day. So I do morning underneath a moisturizer and the evening again underneath. You can lay it beautifully under other actives.
Your products, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that was the first step. How many more to get through?
Now, what's really unique is the Phytonature E² is layerable. So this is the first step straight after cleansing or toning the skin. Now, the exosomes are going to work within the layers. Okay, now that's where it can visibly diminish fine lines, wrinkles. And if we think of early signs of aging, it also includes dullness and dryness and loss of firmness. So I've now layered Phytonature E², and I can continue with the rest of the skincare routine.
Okay.
So I am going to apply our Phytonature Firming Eye Cream. And this is going to re-densify the eye area. So throughout the day, he's going to have firm looking eye area.
Beautiful.
We always say use your ring finger. It is less pressure. So I'll get that ready. There we go.
Lovely.
Okay.
Raul's going to go out surfing. People are going to say, who's this boy? Who's this nature boy? Lovely. Okay, Doc, so the other two products, because we are going to wrap in a second, what do we get into after the eye cream?
So then we are going to, this is the next one, that's going to be a firming serum, and then you have the moisturizer. So you always try and layer from your thinnest to your thickest product, and then obviously your last step would be a sunscreen.
Yes.
To round everything off.
Vital.
Yeah.
Okay, do we need to wear sunscreen at night? Many people always ask this question.
Unless you're going into the full moon, no. But every single day, summer, winter, rain or shine, because you're still getting UV exposure, even if you're working indoors in front of a screen or in front of a window.
Okay.
I wear it every single day.
Same.
It should be you use it as your primer.
Yes, don't even mess around, and it makes a great primer. It's so great on the skin, it adds plumpness. Thank you so much for serving the people and giving us all of this. It's absolutely great. We love the product. I'm such a fan. Cult classics like the exfoliant.
Yes.
Oh, every day that is in my product. So this is definitely going to be added as well. Raul, thank you for being the greatest model.
That's a pleasure. Thank you for making me glow up this morning.
You've aged backwards.
Exactly.
Like a teenager, I'm ready for work.
And we will continue with it. But that was, of course, the Dermalogica Phytonature E² introduced to you right here, featuring a powerful regenerative exosome blend designed to work across multiple layers and also, of course, the layers of the skin surface. Kendall, you can go ahead and continue as I get through this. It helps visibly reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And in an independent clinical study, fine lines and wrinkles were visibly diminished in just 2 weeks, which is great news for you. And even better news, you can in fact shop the Dermalogica at Woolworths, available in store, online, and of course on the app. So please get your hands on this product to look just 10 years younger. We are set against the exquisite backdrop of the Cape Winelands, all in the name of Absa Duchamp, which brings together culture, polo, and also modern-day luxury. Now, today promises to be a beautiful, unforgettable experience of creativity, craft, and the people behind it. And the best part, you get to be our VIP guest. Candice, congratulations on the debut of Absa Duchamp. Please tell me why now was the perfect time to launch such an incredible venture.
Well, look at the weather, look at the people. I mean, why wouldn't we do it? Absa Duchamp is a kickstart of February, where we really want to bring luxury to the polo field. We want to bring our clients together, bring our partners together and friends of the brand to really kickstart 2026 and start the storytelling of Absa.
Absa Duchamp, and the word Duchamp actually means of the field in French. So it's really about the field that we have in front of us today, which is polo. It's kind of a culmination of all the experiences I've had over the past 21 years. So it involves obviously polo, it involves art, it involves luxury brands, and involves this whole immersive culinary experience, fine wine, food pairing. We're really looking forward to growing this brand into something quite spectacular.
V and I were actually saying as we were driving in, it looks like a painting. People have really taken the red hot theme and they've translated it to be very African, very South African, and everyone looks amazing. And I really hope this is going to be an event on the calendar every year because we will be here.
So Absa Duchamp is really around people being at the top of their field. So whether it's someone like a James Mudge who makes the best furniture, or whether it's the luxury brands, it's around the craftsmanship, and it's around also very much around the story. From an Absa point of view, our story matters came into that quite nicely. It was quite a easy, simple fit for the two brands. The Absa Duchamp colors are ironically red, and Absa's red, and we've really enjoyed working with Absa as a client, and we look forward to building this property with them over the years.
With Absa, we're always trying to reimagine the impossible. So we wanted to take polo and make it more inclusive. And how we did that is we brought red to the beautiful field. We had a female polo match and the main match being male, which is really beautiful to watch. And lastly, we brought art, we brought fashion, we brought food, we brought designer bags that really includes everybody to touch what luxury can be like on a polo match.
Red is my favorite color, so any opportunity to wear an amazing dress and get a very gorgeous hat on, I think Taryn and I are all about that.
Being part of an event like this is incredibly transformative, and it really reminds us of community because it's really about the art, the celebrations, and all about the African culture, really.
I have to say, the space is absolutely beautiful and really adds to the culture of the day. How did you go about curating and also choosing the different artists and pieces that you put together?
We looked at what defines excellence within the South African space, celebrating emerging and established artists, also highlighting some of the Absa Atelier winners and ambassadors from current and also previous years. We have artists like Bevan de Vet, who was a Merit Award winner in 2014, and then also we have works by Dr. Ayabola Kekere Akun, who was also the Nigerian recipient of the Atelier Ambassadorship in 2021.
I love that everything is so well curated. I mean, look at this gorgeous gallery that we have, the atmosphere, the decor, also like just the guests. It's such a perfectly curated, beautiful experience.
An event like this does make me feel connected to South African culture. I mean, it's in the food, it's in the art, it's in the people that are around us, and it's been such an amazing experience.
For a creative person launching something for the first time, you have a few sleepless nights. At the end of the day, you want everyone to really be, to experience the event and to walk away from it and go, wow, this was something we haven't experienced before.
We partner with the Absa Cape Epic, we sponsor the Pinotage Top 10, and we bring Absa Run Your City to Cape Town. Through all of that economic development, we contribute about 500 million rand to the Western Cape economy. So we just thought, why not bring polo and get a new audience to really experience Absa.
Today offered a window into the world of excellence, showcasing the rich culture of South Africa and that our stories deserve to be told.
I love that. First of all, you looked absolutely gorgeous, and what a setting. Absa Duchamp proving that modern sophistication is rooted in local authenticity. Every detail counts, and it's not just about what you wear, what sets the tone in that space. It's the creators, it's those innovators, the dreamers, and those beautiful narratives that Absa brings to life. I love this as a jumping off spot. So this is where sport, where style, where storytelling move as one. We even saw the Absa Epic represented there, all threads weaving together beautifully, where culture shapes literally modern luxury.
All right. right, so that was the moisturizer, firming and lifting liquid moisturizer.
Man, I didn't know your face was so important, especially the way my skin feels right now. There's
Right?
such an incredible glow to it.
I see it.
Everyone's looking at me different. I was like, is there something on my face? They're like, it is your face.
It's your face.
It is.
We warned you. We warned
Yeah,
you.
this is
These products
beautiful.
working together beautifully, the exosomes, the enzymes coming together, and that's all you need to see. You can definitely get these at Woolworths in store online and on the app, and we are actually turning back the clock on aging.
Literally, I was just hoping for someone to start wishing me for my 21st. Okay, guys, don't remember. I also want some gifts and presents, and I think we're absolutely deserving of this. It feels so alive, and that's my skin right now. So my morning routine needs to change because even the bags,
they're gone.
No more. The only bags I'm getting is the one with money in it.
Absolutely, I'm here for it. Amen to that. And also, of course, the before and after looks absolutely crazy. We love to see that.
Yeah.
And you can see that also as you go and look up this product a little bit more. All right, so coming up on the show, we definitely have some good stuff as far as sports is concerned,
Yeah,
right?
DP is in the house. Dylan's here to talk all things UEFA. You know, the man has the talent, but he's going to speak about it this time and give us all the gears we need to get hyped up for it because, we're up into the business end.
And also, the heat is still here. February is one of the hottest months of the year. So if the heat headaches are hitting you, we definitely have something just for you on the other side of this.
I don't know how to stand next to you anymore with your
Why? Is
face
it too much
glowing
glow
so
for you,
much,
bro?
man. I feel like we've introduced another light into the studio. No, you look beautiful. You always look beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can give your day the same glowing complexion.
Absolutely, because there's a lot up for grabs when we talk about the lotto, and this is your chance to win big, Mzansi, but only if you get involved and play now. And there's many ways to do it, right? So you can buy tickets now in store. You can buy them online on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app. You got cell phone banking. I think you can even dial star 120 star 752 hash and follow the USSDs. But guys, there are options here, and we made it even easier for you.
Oh, man, and 41 million reasons why you need to do it. So if you need a reminder of any of those details, you can hop onto the Expresso socials and start dreaming about what you're going to do with 41 million rand. I'd buy a boat.
I'd spend $1 million every day of the month, then have like another 10 mil just left over.
Save it for January next year.
Yeah.
And then just survive for the rest of the year. You can dream when it comes to lotto, and of course, 41 million reasons why. The this morning. So yes, we just want signs. Whatever it is, it can be a new boat. We don't care. But right now, we've got to, I think, bring ourselves back down to earth just a little bit. Let's get into those news headlines, and then I'll touch on the sport.
Minutes before we hit the top of the hour, let's get straight into your national news headlines, where SANParks is appealing for private and public support to help restore the Kruger National Park after recent floods devastated the northern Mpumalanga and Limpopo regions. Now, Letaba, Setara, Olifants and Shingwedzi camps were most worst affected, with Shingwedzi still cut off. Damage costs are estimated above R500 million. Now, the newly launched Kruger Recovery Fund aims to rehabilitate camps, repair access routes, restore water, electricity and communications, as well as reopen infrastructure. Now, the phased recovery focuses on reconnecting the park and supporting ongoing conservation efforts amid challenging environmental conditions. In other national news, Milk South Africa confirmed that dairy products remain safe for human consumption despite the national foot and mouth disease outbreak. The disease affects cloven-hooved animals, including dairy cattle, and can lead to severe health issues or death among animals, but humans are not susceptible. Now, products such as pasteurized milk, long-life milk, yogurt, cheese, and butter continue to be considered safe while authorities monitor livestock health. The government's recent declaration of a national crisis allows for better mobilization of resources to manage the outbreak effectively. In your international news making headlines, Iran and the United States have reached an understanding on guiding principles, and that's in ongoing talks to address their long-standing nuclear dispute, although a final deal remains uncertain. The discussions, mediated by Oman, led to a general agreement on key frameworks, while some regional security precautions were implemented, including temporary control of parts of the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran warned against foreign attempts to impose regime change, underlining ongoing tensions, but both nations signaled willingness to continue indirect engagement towards potential resolution. Now, oil markets responded with slight decline as fears eased. In other news, authorities in Malawi are searching for 9 suspects who escaped custody after allegedly smuggling charcoal in a hearse disguised as part of a funeral procession. Now, the vehicle was intercepted near Blantyre, revealing bags of charcoal hidden beneath an empty coffin, valued at almost 30,000 rand. Officials described it as one of the country's most complex illegal charcoal trafficking operations. Now, charcoal remains in high demand for cooking, and this incident highlights the ongoing incidences that happen in the country. Well, let's close off with this story where we're going to head into the Chinese New Year, where fireworks, dragon dances and family feasts ushered in Lunar New Year yesterday with color and joy across the globe. Now, in accordance with the Chinese zodiac, this year marks the year of the fire horse, a symbol of energy, courage and bold new beginnings. In Cape Town, the community gathered at the Chinese New Year Gala at the V&A waterfront. Now, a Chinese New Year Spring Festival program was also held at the State Theatre in Pretoria, where Chinese and South African artists performed together. And in Johannesburg, the Chinese Consulate General celebrated the New Year with a variety of cultural activities. From Hong Kong and Beijing to New York City and Sydney, the festival unites communities worldwide in celebration. And we also celebrated on the show yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out all the great things that went down on YouTube. That is where we leave your 7 o'clock news. It's time now to delve into some sports.
Well, we've got to throw in a little Six Nations spice for the midweek, and we'll start with Henry Pollock being added to the England lineup. He'll get his first England start, in fact, after Steve Borthwick. He has had to make a few reshuffles to his side, and that's for Ireland's Six Nations visit to Twickenham. Captain Maro Itoje, a big one. He earns his 100th cap, with Pollock then starting in the number 8 lane. Then Ben Earl shifts to open side with Tom Curry returning to that starting lineup. Very strong. I think they're expecting a bit of a resurgent Irish effort there. Now let's get into yesterday's cricket. New Zealand have done it. They sealed their Super 8's qualification with an 8-wicket win over Canada in Chennai, chasing down 174 with ease in the end as Glenn Phillips and Rashin Ravindra starred with the bat. Then in Mumbai, Nepal ended their campaign. A very good showing, I think, beating Scotland by 7 wickets, powered by Dipendra Singh Airi's unbeaten 50 there as well. Now let's get back into our tennis action in Doha as Carlos Alcaraz marked his return to action with a composed 6-4, 7-6 win over Arthur Rinderknecht, and that was in the Qatar Open first round. The world number one is saving some late pressure though in that second set before sealing victory in a tiebreak, and he'll now face Frenchman Valentin Royer as a result. The craziness continues in the UEFA Champions League. Let's get the tail of the tape as Borussia Dortmund seized control of their Champions League playoff with a 2-0 first leg win over Atalanta in Germany. Then Paris Saint-Germain, they showed some serious resilience, overturning a 2-goal deficit to beat Monaco 3-2 away, while Real Madrid, they found some form again, also gained an advantage, edging out Benfica 1-0 in Lisbon to put themselves in that pound seat. And Dylan Peters is in studio to help us unpack all of last night's crazy action in just a moment, so stick around for that. Well, speaking of crazy action, it sounds like we've got a couple of incidents to report on the traffic front. Let's bring you up to speed.
Yes, thank you so much, G-Man, and let's see how we can get you out on the roads to work and to school safely. Now, we're going to start in Hillcrest in KZN, and bi-directional roadworks are underway, and that's taking place on the N3 between Shongweni Interchange and Hammarsdale Interchange. Now, no current delays are being experienced, but motorists are encouraged to proceed with caution when using the affected route. Well, next up, we move to Gauteng in Bedfordview, and a stationary truck has been reported on the N3 North ramp, and that's towards the N12 east at Galuli's interchange. Now, as you can see from the visuals, the right lane is affected, resulting in slow-moving traffic. Well, again, anybody out on the roads, buckle up, stay safe, plan accordingly, but we head down to the world of weather right now and start off with what we can expect with Polokwane. Now, starting off your day, you've got partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures starting at a mild 17 degrees and climb to a warm 31 with gentle northwesterly winds. For the rest of the week, it does look, wow, really beautiful to say the least, and some rain forecasted from Friday. Moving up to Klerksdorp up next, and clouds dominate your skies today. Expect a low of 16 rising to a hot 28 degrees and light westerly gusts from around 14 kilometers per hour. For the rest of the week, though, temps remain in the higher 20s to lower 30s, and it just looks like a little bit of rain on the weekend. In Pretoria, you'll experience mostly cloudy skies in your part of town. Light winds coming through from the northwest, starting the day at 18 up to a nice warm 27 degrees. And for the rest of the week, it looks like warm temperatures up until the weekend, where Saturday brings some wet weather. Next up, we move to Johannesburg, and it looks like it's a great day up in Jersey. 16 moving up to a high of 24 degrees. Some light winds drifting in from the west, and some steady temperatures in the lower to mid-20s expected for the rest of the week. Friday welcomes a wet period which continues into next week, so enjoy that while you can. Over in Mbombela, today brings some cloudy skies, 18 up to a high of 29 degrees, and it looks like there are some clear skies expected all the way up until Friday, starting off with a period of rainfall. In Bloemfontein, mostly sunny skies today, 15 up to a high of 28 degrees. Light westerly winds coming through for the week. It looks like the rest of it has got the upper 20s to low 30s, peaking at 32 on Friday, so it looks good. Over in Richards Bay, cloudy skies are dominating your skies, a low of 22, climbing up to a nice 29 degrees. Rest of the week, after the moderate winds from the northeast, it looks like it's going to be rainy coming through from Saturday. And over in Durban, what's happening on your side of town? We're starting off in Richards Bay, though, and just seeing the rest of the day's temperatures before we move to Durban, which is up next. So what's happening in Durban? It looks like you've got some great weather to look forward to, from 22 up to a high of 28 degrees. Light northeasterly winds coming through for the rest of the week. Moderate temperatures expected, and then it's accompanied by some rain. Moving to Mthatha next, today you'll experience mostly sunny conditions. Temperatures starting off with a low of 17 up to a high of 28 degrees. Winds coming through from the southeast. It stays light though, but while rainy conditions will be taking over the rest of the week. Moving over to Cradock now, and it looks like cloudy skies continue on your side of town. Light winds expected from the west, and temperatures starting off at 16 up to a nice warm 31 degrees. The rest of the week remains steady in the lower 30s, with Friday peaking at 35 degrees. GQ Gqeberha's up next. Cloudy conditions seem to be carrying on, with the day starting at 19 up to a nice hot 29 degrees, and only light winds coming through from the southeast. There's clear skies expected until Friday, and it then welcomes a nice period of rain. Over in George, cloudy skies continue in your region. Temperatures ranging from 18 up to a nice warm 27 degrees with some light winds coming through from the southwest. The chances of rain rise to 40 degrees on Thursday and continues all the way through the week. Over in the mother city, which is up next, and you starting off your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions. Moderate winds are expected from the southwest, and temperatures are going to be starting off with a low of 18 up to a high scorching of 24 degrees. Windy weather is forecasted for Thursday, while temperatures remain moderate for the rest of the week. And if you are out in the Muizenberg coastline, it's cooking for the surf, so get out there. Sutherland scattered thunderstorms are shaking things up in your side of town, a little bit of a polarity. Temperatures are starting at a chilly 11 up to 27 degrees and moderate westerly winds. For the rest of the week, however, your temperatures remain in the higher 20s to lower 30s. Bit of rain on the weekend, so make the most of the sunny days while you can as we move to Kimberley up next. Cloudy skies in Kimberley for your day. Temperatures ranging from 17 up to 30 degrees and some light winds coming through from the west. You've got some pleasant temperatures forecasted for the rest of the week, however, up until Sunday and Monday where the rain comes through, so get out in the sun while you still can. Uppington, last but not least, let's see how much the sun is shining and starting off your day at 19 degrees up to a scorching 34 with some moderate winds coming through from the northwest. For the rest of the week though, oh, check it out. Forecasted to be hot and just beautiful until the weekend comes through with some wet weather. And for the rest of the country, here's what the weather conditions are looking like and what you can expect for the week. But let's raise the bar once again because Ivina Barons has come through all the way from Karika. And 28 degrees of weather is what you can expect, but look how good it looks. First-hand experience of a sunrise out in your side of the world, and we cannot be more grateful. I love this. I love the silhouette in the foreground. I love the bright, bold promise of a great day out in the background, and you have won yourself a winner. A winner of a sunrise. Thank you so much for sending it through. The number again as we do it in the next hour, 0630369649. We absolutely love seeing how you start your day. So let's keep this day shining and booming with the gents up next.
You get to cry over football because that's what the UEFA Champions League is doing to us. I can see Dylan Peterson, our in-house footy coach, is scratching his head after last night's action. We had some massive wins, goals overturned, a 5-goal thriller courtesy of Galatasaray. In fact, they delivered a statement 5-goal performance last night up against Juventus, albeit a 10-man Juventus. PSG showed some mettle, being able to overturn, and I think at one point it looked like an impossible task. Lots of character shown there from coming back from 2 goals down. And then Real Madrid, they put in a fiery performance away in Lisbon. And of course, our resident coach, Dylan Peterson, here is trying to unpack it all, man. It's a tough one for the fans. Even for the neutrals, it's a difficult one to track. Let's start with Galatasaray, a 5-goal thriller. Was this Juve imploding when they lost a man? Is this Galatasaray just running riot and having the best night of their lives? Unpack that one for us.
Yeah, I think with Galatasaray being in form, I think they just came to the party last night.
They were waiting for this opportunity.
They were waiting for this opportunity. Obviously, a lot of players returning back, players on form. Oshiman again at the forefront, and I think the way they set up against Juventus was just counter-attacking football. And it's something Juventus struggled with in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and it looked like it was going to be a long night. So yeah, credit to them for coming out, showing that that fighting force that they are, and also with the form going to the league, I think that's also helped them a bit. So yeah, they've come out with all guns blazing.
And with the format of the UEFA Champions League this year, you're scrambling for every point. You need every little football you can because that advantage is going to swing so dramatically. PSG, was it about Doué coming on and the impact he made off the bench? Was it their resilience as a team? Because that, I mean, you can't teach that. That's a culture that you just hope will emerge. And often campaigns are mounted on ugly wins like this. And we often talk about that, where if you can win on your worst day, you kind of want that in your camp.
I think with Monaco, good start. I think they got off to a flyer. But again, when they score the 2 goals, don't go to sleep because football will kill you.
Exactly.
Stay disciplined, keep playing the game. But obviously with the PSG magnitude, a team like that coming through, we've got big names in there. So yeah, credit to them for showing the resilience for coming through. And I think with the change of fresh legs always makes a difference. You know, you get extra. It's like putting a new gearbox into a car, getting that first few months of getting oomph from it.
And there's a lot of oomph in the players at the moment because there is such healthy competition within the squad with, as you say, a lot of players returning now as well. Obviously, we saw Alonso kicked out. Arbeloa stepping into a space where I'm going to say in Real, the players might be bigger than the coach this year. They're starting to look like a dream team, if you will, and they found that. Is that Vinicius being released again? How are you feeling about where this team is? Because they are terrifying when it works.
I think with a new coach, less coaching, more management, because obviously with that big names, you can't coach, because at that level you sit.
It's chemistry,
yeah, chemistry.
You're just getting them
and you just
right.
give players the platform to perform. So once players feel that the coach is backing them and behind them, I think you can get the best out of players. Vinicius Junior, I said it before on the show, and I'll say it again. That man is just the epitome of Real Madrid and what
I think he's a golden. Yeah. I think, well, I mean, there are a couple of players that could potentially, and I look at the Barca camp as well, and very, very strong. But I think Junior is going to have a very senior year. Looking ahead to tonight, who excites you the most? I'm looking at Brugge's performance last week. It was against Marseille. They're up against Atletico tonight. Absolutely beautiful. I think we start with the earlier game at about 7:15, the rest at 10 tonight. What's got your mouth watering?
I'm going to go with the Newcastle and Karabakh.
Yes.
Especially with the team being on form. Newcastle obviously fighting for Champions League football, so that's going to be another interesting game. So yeah, two teams going to go head to head. I know it's teams that nobody favors, but I think with Newcastle and Karabakh coming through with good form, it's going to be a nice tight encounter.
And I love the fact that you've got this Newcastle side with Eddie Howe punching, and I want to say this disrespectively, way above their weight class when it comes to UEFA Champions League football. And they're just in their stride.
Yeah,
they're acting like they've been there for the last 20 years. So I love that. I really want to see Brugge do something special against Atletico. I think that this team is often the whipping boys in this space, and they've done a huge amount. Buddy, thank you so much.
Always
Enjoy it tonight.
Always a pleasure.
We don't ask where your personal allegiances lie in this conversation, but for you and your team, all the best of luck tonight. We are loving the thrills, the spills, and all the surprises. Now, if chewing on that gristle, as I always say, is giving you a bit of a headache, which Footy often does. I'm a Spurs supporter. We've got some relief for you after the break. Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Want in? Simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this beautiful Wednesday. Now, we know that February is one of the hottest months of the year, and that hot weather can leave many of us feeling drained and dizzy, and for some, battling pounding headaches that seem to come out of nowhere. But how do we know if it's a normal heat headache or maybe even something that your body is warning you about?
Well, we've brought in someone to answer all these questions. We've got pharmacist Brent Sinhidge in the building joining us to break down why heat can trigger headaches, how serious they can get, and what signs should never be ignored. Brent, how are we doing this morning? We're excited. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for allowing us to feel healthier just via your questions. And I think this is something important to pay attention to because the heat is on, man.
The heat is on, man. Okay, so let's start here. Does heat trigger headaches in the first place? I didn't even realize that this connection was there. What is happening in your body?
So I think this is where the overheated engine analogy works really well. So if you think of your body as like a high-performance car and you have to regulate that very standard temperature in your body in a specialized temperature. When your body overheats, your internal radiator needs to vent that heat. In this case, it uses vasodilation. So your blood vessels dilate so it can release the air and the heat, and that's pretty much how your body opens its windows to let the heat out. But here's the catch. Your brain is in a fixed box, right? It's in your skull. So those blood vessels are dilating, but there's only so much space. And once they run out of space, the pressure starts to build, and that's what's causing that throbbing headache. And now you throw in with the heat a little bit of dehydration, and your blood becomes thicker and harder to pump through your body. And that throbbing pain that you're feeling, that's your body's check engine light flashing red.
Whoa, that was a biology lesson.
I was just picturing like honey or oil, like
trying to get through.
Trying to get in, and you feel that in your head. That makes sense. So what happens for someone that, like, let's say, ignores this? If we're in the scenario, we're overheating, but we can't ignore these symptoms and we push through because I'm strong.
Right. Yeah, manna.
So let's go back to the car analogy. So let's say you ignore your car engine's check engine light, and in your body, you're ignoring the signs that you're getting this throbbing headache. You starting to sweat, you may be feeling a bit faint, and you got a headache. And just like when a car's engine, the warning signs are ignored, the car will seize. In your body, it's called heat stroke, but that starts with heat exhaustion. And heat exhaustion, like I said, you're going to feel a bit faint, you're going to have that headache, but it's not going to be so bad. So you think, let me push through, let me get through it.
Yes.
But at some point, your body's cooling system can't handle that, and it's actually going to fail. And that's when you stop sweating. That's when your skin, your body, you're going to feel it's going to go from moist to hot and dry. You might get a little bit confused. In severe cases, you might even pass out. And at this point, it's not really a time to try and drink water, jump in the pool to cool off. It's actually a medical emergency. So you need to get to a hospital, you need to be checked out. And because at this temperature and at the rate your body's trying to cope, your organs are almost cooking. And that's, to be more scientific, it's the proteins in your body are starting to break down. They're denaturing. And that causes systemic inflammation and could even lead to multi-organ failure.
This is a headache.
Wow, this is just a headache, mind you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring some good news here, because what are some of the steps that we can do to prevent this from happening, whether it is the heat headache, the exhaustion, or even the heat stroke? What can we start doing today?
So for all those summer events, a good thing to remember is the 1-to-1 rule. So for whether it's a glass of wine or a beer at a braai that you're having, you want to try and have a full glass of water to compensate for that. Because you've got to remember that alcohol is what we call a very potent diuretic. It's flushing that water out of your system. So you need to try and replace what you're losing. But important with this is you can drink liters and liters of water, but you need to watch out for the salt trap. So as your body's sweating, you pouring in fresh, clean water, and you're putting out of balance that salt. So if you know you're going to be out in the heat and you're going to be drinking the whole day and you want to drink water to stay hydrated, throw in a electrolyte fizzy tablet just to keep that balance. So just like in a car, we need to keep the oil and the coolant balanced, you need to keep your fluids and your electrolytes balanced.
So these electrolytes and the hype, it's actually a real thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet coconut water also is good, right?
It's good for hydration,
Yeah.
but you still need to get
little
those
bit
salts
more.
in. So
For someone that maybe is on like a heavy budget and doesn't want to necessarily spend cash
Yeah.
on electrolytes, is there like a natural way to do it? Can you just throw like salt
Salt?
into your water?
you can. There is, if you Google it, there's a lot of recipes
yeah.
to make an ORS, which is an oral rehydration solution. And it is, I think it's 6 teaspoons of salt into a liter of water, and you drink that over a period of time. But
Did
you
you
can.
say 60 spoons?
Six.
Oh.
60 spoons.
Say, woo, we are seasoning our bodies. What's going on?
So,
6, okay.
Yes, yeah. But best would be a rehydration solution or an electrolyte fizzy tablets in
Nice,
some
man.
water.
I think the only thing is, it seems like we've ticked all the boxes here. I think the only thing would be like someone that's experiencing this issue like in the moment. What do they do?
Okay, so if they're experiencing it right now, best thing you do, you need to act fast.
Yes.
So 3 quick things to do is to cool, calm, chemistry. So cool, you want to get out of the sun and you want to get some water and you want to try and put an ice pack either on your forehead or the back of your neck. This just physically helps shrink the vasodilation that's happening. So it brings that pressure down. Then calm. You got to remember that your brain is very sensitive. So you want to get into a dark space and get out of the glare. And then finally, chemistry. So this is where the drugs come into play. So it's important, you can take something like ibuprofen or paracetamol or even a combination of the two, but you've got to remember fluids first. So these drugs don't do very well on a dehydrated person because the kidneys are already struggling a bit. So fix the fluids first, then take the medication.
Oh, okay.
Nailed it.
You really
Hey,
did,
yeah.
Brent. Some good news that you've come through. And as we know, pharmacists are always there to assist us along the way. But it really just goes to show just how important listening to your body is, being aligned, being attuned, especially when pain might be signaling something that is not right.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing is acting early, staying hydrated, and knowing how to manage everyday pain, which can make all the difference clearly, because Brent said so.
Pains. One hero, TriPark, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
And that's why TriPark is ready when everyday pain hits. Because when it comes to headaches, toothache, and colds and flu, Gogo knows best. Now, it's the trusted pain powder that she keeps close because it's ready to work in 8 seconds so you can keep moving.
Yeah, now this month of love, celebrate the love for your Gogo with TriPark and stand a chance to win one of 10 1,500 Rand cash sends. And all you have to do is pop over to the TriPark Facebook page and follow the entry steps, and your T's and C's, of course, do apply. That's TriPark, the name Gogo knows and trusts.
3 pains. One hero, TriPark, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Well, flautist Yogan Raju has been, I think, lulling us into the most beautiful, energetic state with his gorgeous sounds, getting ready to introduce us to Genesis. We are going to bring you 2 incredible performances as designed by Gregory Makoma, an incredible choreographer, but I'm going to call him a visionary, a poet who brings these words to life visually in the most dramatic way. And yes, we will get the sounds to take you on a journey after this. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us this morning as we get into something really exciting, ticking that arts and culture box. We're talking about Gregory Makoma, who's an internationally acclaimed South African choreographer and also returning to the stage with Genesis, a groundbreaking new dance opera that basically fuses together movement, live music and poetry into a powerful meditation on creation and also time. Now it's premiering at the Baxter Theatre from tonight until the 21st of Feb.
Oh man, we absolutely love the sound of this, and we love this human being. Gregory is here to tell us a little bit more about it and give us just a sneak peek. But let's give him a feel-good welcome. I know the Baxter has better acoustics for the applause, I promise you.
Absolutely, we can't wait.
I can see how excited and nervous you are.
Yes.
Opening night, how are you feeling, my friend?
Well, I think it's a combination of emotions because, you know, once you give birth to a work, you let it go. It's to an audience to really take it to heart.
It's true. Oh
We
my
are
gosh.
ready.
I'm ready. I'm so excited. You said tonight it starts and then it runs until the 21st.
Yes.
So all hands on deck right now, hey?
All hands on deck. I mean, we still, you know, tweaking because you could only let go up until the curtain goes up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us more about
I'm nervous and I'm not even involved. I don't know why.
Tell us more about it. It is a fusion, music, poetry, art coming together. What can people expect from Genesis?
It's like an opera. We call it a dance opera, and we're intentional about it because we're bringing together text, music, and the body as in movement.
Yeah.
So it's really a combination of all these things, but also importantly because opera in itself, it has so many, it's so layered in terms of emotions that you can get from it. And for me, it was so important to encompass all of these things because that's how actually storytelling is told, even in this continent.
Yeah.
We know that, you know, our grandmothers used to tell those stories under the tree, but there will always be a drama, someone who's dancing on the side. So it was always a combination.
We forget. We auditory in terms of our storytelling and being a custodian of that information, but we often forget that there was a dance, a movement, a physical representation. When you peel back the layers of that onion to tell the emotional story with the movement, with the dance, does that bring out something in you? Because surely you've got to take yourself there to feel these movements, to feel these emotions. What's the process like for you creating?
I mean, for me, it's always I treat the body as an architecture. You know, it's layered with memory and history. So all of this, you know, it's like, yes, you say, you know, peeling an onion. And every layer becomes really a layer of memory, but also reflecting on history in defining where we're at as a continent, as a country, as people of this world, and also how do we see the future. So we're forging the future through layering.
And knowing the way you roll, one of the most powerful moments in this whole production will probably be everyone standing still and just breathing or something freaky like that. I just know your vibe, dude.
Oh, gosh. You know me.
I know you too well. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it,
He's
guys.
like, you see the play already?
I mean, come on.
Gregory, I've got to ask you, though, you've got a really, really tight relationship with the Baxter Theatre. So what does this mean to you to be debuting this play at the Baxter?
Well, it's not often that a theatre, an institution, will back you as an artist, and they commissioned this work. And they didn't just say, you know, here's the money, but they followed up in terms of its progression. And leading up to here, I mean, that's the reason we're here at Expresso, you know,
it's manifesting.
because there's a lot of care in terms of caring for the artist, caring for the work, and ensuring that we have an audience.
And kudos to the Baxter. They've helped me on my own journey in that space, and that feeling I had, and albeit we had some massive disasters, not their fault, but that feeling of sitting in that theatre, having my moment there, I hope you get that tonight. I hope you have that quiet moment for yourself and you can just breathe and soak it all up. You're not just looking forward, but you're also protecting the artists within this collaboration. Each independent artist still has to be looked after because they're a brand in and of themselves. We're talking about Karthika Nayar's libretto, obviously being beautifully displayed in visual form as well, but you've got a number of artists. What was surprising about the collaborations? Did you learn new things going through this process?
You know, it's just the humility of people, of the creatives. Everyone just, you know, went for their A game.
That's
including costumes, including all forms of design, the architectural, visual feast of this work. It's just been so wonderful to have people who cared about the work. So we left our egos at the door, and everybody else gave the work an ego. So then that's what the audience will be seeing today, an egoistic, incredible piece of work.
So who should be coming to watch this? Who are you talking to?
Everyone who cares to listen.
Yeah.
You know, so everyone who cares about, you know, the future of this world, the future of this country, the environment, everything. You know, I think it stems to humanity. It's about humanity. It's about us. About, you know, we come from a place and we're going somewhere. And that's the journey that we want to take an audience.
Yeah, and I think we're creating that space, my friend.
Yeah.
And I can understand why people enter into your space with humility, with creativity. They get out of their own way, because that's the example you set, my friend. It is always with great excitement that we look forward to performances like this, because we're not just hitting you with the words, with the beautiful sounds, but with the evocative movement as well. This is Genesis.
Back to school just got even better. Now, Artline is kicking off the new term by giving one lucky viewer the chance to win a year's supply of stationery worth 5,000 Rand. All you have to do to enter is head over to Expresso's social pages and tell us which Artline stationery item helps you stay neat, organized, and ready to learn. Use hashtag ArtlineAfrica to enter. Now, entries close the 25th of February and T's and C's apply. Visit expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's feeling freaking amazing, to be honest with you, because it's only Wednesday, feeling like a Friday. We've had inspiration, and we're going to be checking out an incredible performance in just a bit after that conversation. But we still got to tick the box when it comes to our bellies. And that's why joining us in studio today, we have the incredibly talented Chef Keenan Jafter. And this man has over 13 years of experience in the culinary world. Keenan's built a remarkable career. He's blended creativity, passion, and flair into every dish that he creates.
And we've had a sneak peek. He's getting hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
It's time to eat. Now, his recent appointment, and I'm sure a very proud moment for him at the acclaimed Little Fox restaurant, marks a brilliant and very exciting new chapter for the young man. And we cannot wait to hear about that journey, the inspiration, and what's going to happen next on the manifestation station. Keenan, welcome to it. Can we give this youngster a big round of applause, please?
Bro.
Thank
Hey,
you.
that's the highest applause we've had all morning, man. Just take it, buddy. You can see how hungry everybody is. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro, and I gotta say, we always are joking and making remarks about peculiar places in South Africa. You from Kimberley.
I know.
What's peculiar about Kimberley, bro?
What happens in Kimberley for a youngster growing up in Kimberley? What's the inspiration? What's happening out on the streets
Not
there, man?
much happening. So actually that was the inspiration because there wasn't much happening. So that was kind of the thing that gave me the drive to want to go and explore and see what's out there. So
the boredom was the inspiration to
little bit,
find something that stimulates you.
Yes, it was just looking for something more than what was there. It's a very small town. Everybody knows everybody, and I love the place
And
for
if you don't skateboard, what else are you going to do, bro?
Exactly.
But bro, kudos on not getting caught up in some of the external influences, which is often what's happening with our youth right now. So the fact that you made it out and you're doing something which involves your passion, I'm celebrating that.
I like that. You see how hungry he is. Don't take any of it so hard. He is buttering you up, dude. Because he likes your flavor profile, and you are quite clear about what you like to create. You can see just from visually your style. What is it about food that you love? It's one thing to say, I'm going to go out there and cook. 13 years later, you've built a beautiful body of work. You have an amazing appointment and an amazing restaurant.
A long way, man.
What is it about food that drives you?
In the beginning, I didn't actually have a passion for it until I finished school and I was about to leave. So when I first got introduced to cooking, it was more the sport of it that drew me to it, like the service and the adrenaline in the kitchen. That was the thing that drew me to it. And then later on, you learn how to like work on flavor profiles and come up with your own like sort of style and stuff like that. So I think it was more about the adrenaline at first, and then the passion came afterwards when it came to like tasting flavors and experiencing new things. Like again, coming from Kimberley, there isn't a lot to explore out there. And then once you start to taste new things, it's crazy.
You're like Tom Cruise in like some racing movie where he has no idea how to race, but he liked the car, so he got it and drove full speed and then taught himself how to drive. But you have gone a long way. Looking at the visual representation, how would you describe your work?
I think it's worldly. I think it's inspired by everything in the whole world, basically. Like I've been very blessed to travel with the Lakalum group, and so we've gone to like Singapore, Thailand. We did a London trip as well. I've been to most recently South Korea, which was insane. But I think I've taken inspiration from all of those things, and then just the techniques that you pick up along the way, working with different chefs, I think bringing that all together, that's what it is. So I don't want to say it's a specific style. I mean, although I do
Everybody's welcome.
Exactly, but I do like spicy food. Like, that's my main thing. I like really spicy food. Everything has to be immediately tasty when you taste it, so that's the goal.
Because flavor is king, yo.
Exactly.
Chef, for the fact that man's an international chef. Come on now.
What do you learn? Sorry, this is just a dig at my wife.
Yeah.
What did you learn from a culinary perspective in England, dude?
I don't know. I think when we went there, we actually went to go work with Adam Handling, we did a collaboration with Adam Handling. Yeah, so that was crazy to see.
I'll chew on that for a little while then.
You've been externally validated, and I don't think you need that, but you have, and you're on the couch right now. Mzansi's behind you, and you're now the head chef, I believe, at Little Fox restaurant in Constantia. This is huge, bro. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How's it feel? This is a massive stamp of approval.
Insane.
Now you got your adrenaline.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, my entire career was leading up to this moment. Like, it was definitely something that I always wanted to do, was like run my own kitchen and restaurant. So I'm very grateful to Glenn, especially for that, because he was the one that gave me the opportunity to like go out and do it. And he basically told me like, listen, we can do whatever we want with this restaurant. There's no limits. Like whatever inspires you, we can play with it. And then, so I'm ecstatic.
That's like the Springbok Sevens
Exactly,
mentality,
yeah,
inside, outside the box.
Just,
You give that to a young man, he will run with it.
Sure.
Just give us a little sneak peek. What are you going to create for us today? In
So
the
today I'm
Culinary
gonna
Hotline?
do I'm gonna do 2 of the dishes that's on the menu currently.
Okay.
That's slappers. So one is the Thai mussels. It's really spicy. It's got a namprik plow with it. We do some crispy shallots with it as well. Fresh Thai herbs and stuff. And then the other one is the Zab chicken, which is
You say Zab
Zab chicken. So Zab basically translates to delicious. That's what the word means.
Check how excited he gets when he says it. His eyes literally roll back in his head.
I think I'm officially ready to be Zabified by Keenan. So, brother, thank you for coming through this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for getting us even more hungry as we anticipate what's going to be on the plate. And you don't have to wait long because he's going to be in the kitchen. Chef Clem's going to be joining us. So you know it's going to be a Zabalicious occasion.
Constipation? Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Now, whether you suffer from acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Aspen offers a range of laxatives tailored to your needs, whether you are seeking rapid, gradual, or long-term relief. Now, Aspen offers a range of laxatives suitable for various age groups, from infants to adults. And you can trust South Africa's value-leading laxatives company to offer a suitable laxative for you and your family. Visit Expresso's social media pages for more information.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Thank you so much for the culinary team for getting us prepped. Keenan's going to be taking over in just a moment, but right now we begin our Genesis, and I'm going to highlight the incredible dancers, Olasile Bangwana, Annalisa Pewa, Nathan Buerta as well, and then the flautist who I introduced earlier, Yogan Raju from the incredible Vuyani Dance Theatre. They're going to take the stage right now with a dance excerpt from the brilliant upcoming Genesis. Take it away.
Ankle, arch, instep, heel and soul, arise, blood, bone, marrow, more, spine, sinew, skin, awake, for time breathes once more. Time. She who neither begins nor ends but abides. Look, this is how time begins to breathe once more. Ankle, arch, instep, heel and soul, plinth the floor as time breathes. Time sings in silence. A tear, and strides to greet the remnants of kings and gods who once blazed their might, who once made plain and sea and mountain sky unite. Ankle, arch, instep, heel and soul. The good migrants, we belong to time, we belong to time, not place, not place. Oh my divine taba, bakangati, nyauzi no taga, singabongkati, haibaskati. I'm a toilet tabati, I'm a body, I'm a body, it's good. Where are the good migrants, migrants? We belong to time, We are the good migrants. 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 We are the good migrants.
Wow, powerful, evocative, in your face Genesis, the beginning and the end of time. Get your tickets at Web Tickets right now. Opens tonight at the Baxter, running up until the 21st. It is going to be an unmissable and I think a breathtaking opportunity. Well done. Costumes on point, performance on point, energy next level. Thank you, gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant. We'll see you now. Woo!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, South Africa. My name's Clement Pedro. Welcome to the kitchen this fine Wednesday. Yes, you're right. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling! Now, this morning we are joined by a very special chef, Chef Keenan, and he's bringing the vibrant flavors, aromas of Thailand and the traditional eating straight to our kitchens this morning. Chef Keenan, it is such a pleasure to have you in the kitchen.
Thank you.
I was getting goosebumps while you were on the couch listening to the story. Super excited to have you here. But now South Africa, it's not just about Chef Keenan and I living just the best morning ever. It's about you too. And if you have any culinary questions for myself or for Chef Keenan, please send your voice notes through to 063 036 9649. What kind of questions can I ask you? Is it only food? What else can I ask you?
Anything, whatever you guys want to know, ask the questions. I'll answer as best as I can.
You heard the man. You heard the man. I've got a question for you.
Yes.
What are we making this morning?
So we're going to make some spicy Thai mussels this morning with some crispy shallots as a garnish and some sticky rice to go with it.
I'm like, the thing about me, like I can skip the cereal and the milk and whatever for breakfast. Give me this for breakfast.
I know, right?
Right, let's get straight to it because I love the fact that mussels are quick and easy to make. So I'm guessing this is going to be a quick and easy dish.
Very quick and easy to make. So we're just going to start with some aromatics in the pot first. Got some lemongrass here. And then...
This is very aromatic. As you were slicing that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I smell it immediately.
Woo.
Little bit of oil.
Amazing. So for the aromatics, we got our lemongrass,
We got some
ginger,
lemongrass, ginger,
garlic.
that goes in.
I'm also a big fan of slicing the garlic.
Slicing the garlic is always best, yeah. Sliced garlic, some chilies in there.
Oh, it's smelling amazing already. Chef, are you good at cooking and talking at the same time?
I think so.
We're gonna try.
I mean, I do that at work every day, so I hope so.
Calmly, I hope, calmly.
Very, very calmly, yeah.
I'm always fascinated about chefs and where they get the inspiration from when they cook, because the obvious answer is always my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, because those are the people we first interact with.
Yes.
Outside of your house, what gave you inspiration as a young adult, as a child, when it came to food?
I don't know. It's actually a crazy story because I never really had an interest for cooking until I finished school. And then basically I took a gap year to decide what I wanted to do. And then this opportunity came. There was a chef school in Kimberley called Butler's Hotel School. I went there for a couple of days and then they placed me somewhere. And then when I went to work at that place, again, like the adrenaline just got me and then I was hooked from day one. So there was no real interest in food before that until I actually stepped into a working kitchen. And then it was just, the rest is history.
If you weren't a chef, what do you think you'd be?
I was actually on my way to go study law. Which,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have gone. But I don't know. I think it would have had to be something that's like really fast-paced, high adrenaline, something like this. Maybe sport, I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I always feel like when you find yourself in a place and you become so like, I'm going to say successful because we're speaking that into the world.
Yeah.
Right here is all success. 100%. When you find yourself in a place where you're destined for success and then it wasn't part of your your goal, your drive in the beginning, I find that even more inspirational because that's when like destiny was almost like this man, boom, and bumped you where you needed to be.
Yeah, I wasn't in charge of any of this. It just happened, and then I ran with it, so that's what happened.
And you ran with it.
I did. I'm still running.
You're still running. You're still running. That's absolutely... Literally, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, I don't know how much time we have. We're just cooking. Let's do a little recap and see where we're at. So we pop the mussels into the pot.
The mussels are in. I like to let them go a little bit before we add the wine in there, just so the aromatics can actually infuse in there.
Oh, that's
And then
quick.
some of the mussel liquid comes out already.
Can I tilt just to show that camera? Because look at that, those mussels have popped open already. And that is so quick.
That's just mussel liquid in there. So then we put a little bit of wine in.
Oh, it smells amazing.
And then we're going to start making the dressing. So in here we've got some ginger that's minced, shallots, some chili. We're going to put a little bit of sugar in there. So this is a basic namprik blood recipe that we make. Mix all of that together. And then finally we're going to add some freshly squeezed lime juice.
And it's all about the balancing, isn't it?
And then finally some fish sauce as well. So.
And I love that you say some fish sauce. When people say fish sauce and they add like a teaspoon.
No.
No.
That's not
if
how
it
it
ain't
goes.
funky, it's not the one.
You have to be able to smell it, yeah.
Oh, you have to. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, so let's talk about flavors.
Yes.
They, flavors live in your head and eventually get to the point where you can taste things without actually physically like tasting them.
Yes.
How do you orchestrate that with your team in a kitchen? How do you like take what's in your head and then say, yeah, 30-something of you, make it happen? Where's that communication? How do you project that?
So I always make it first and then show them how to make it. And then with that, a lot of people don't talk about what the kitchen sounds like. You can hear things happening in the kitchen. So I don't have to physically turn around to know what's going on behind me because you can hear when something is about to fry, when it's supposed to be steaming or whatever the case is.
Oh, you got colored mother instincts.
Exactly.
Okay, there we go. Go on.
So you just
I understand.
So the kitchen sounds a particular way when it's right, and when it's not right, you can hear the sound change. So that's when I step in and kind of like just check to see where everyone's at. But for the most part, I've got a very good team of chefs that know exactly what needs to happen. And again, we've stripped everything down, so the dishes that we do at Little Fox is very ingredient based. Like you can see, it's just a couple of ingredients to make the dish. And so it's just cooking from the heart. People just need to know that it's good.
There we go. Oh, my goodness. Let's just go through what we've done. We've got our beautiful dressing done. We've got our mussels that are steamed. So what we're going to do is, now it all kind of comes together.
Yeah. So,
okay, let's see how quickly
all we're going to do now is we're going to strain the mussels. So we can extract some of that liquid and save it.
Oh, the smells are phenomenal. It's beautiful that you've taken something that's so like South African, mussels, and then you've added such a beautiful like base note to it of this aroma. It smells so magical.
There you go. Perfectly cooked mussel, nice and plump.
Yes, you know, because it's TV, they can't taste. Someone needs to tell them, be honest, do the taste for them. Oh the aroma, these mussels.
That's good.
Chef.
I know, I can just smell it's good.
Oh, all day.
Yeah.
That spice.
Yeah.
But then our mussels in South Africa quite like they have a lot of salt.
Yes.
The flavors of what you've done, they've kind of balanced that salt out and it's brought the sweetness through.
Exactly.
The spices here, the
The
aromatics.
lemongrass coming through there, all of that. Okay, so now we've got that. We're gonna just move this to the side.
Chef, you rate you can do this plating up in 30 seconds. We can't rush perfection.
So now
but...
we're gonna put a little bit of that liquid in there.
Okay, let's do this.
Some mint, coriander, some Thai basil goes in there.
If I can't find Thai basil, can I come to your house?
Yes, of course.
Okay, there we go.
I've actually got a plug. The Thai lady in Plumstead, she's got it all the time. So yeah, I've got a.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I love that.
Just mix these through. That's it. So that dressing that we made gets in everywhere. Mussels go in the bowl.
Wait. They want the perfection. Don't go anywhere. Chef, pause. We're going to get this right. We're going to get it close up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here because those mussels, they look so good and smell even better. Feel Good Fam will plate it up all for you in just a moment. For now, though, it's just gone 8 o'clock, which means it is time for your national news headlines, where United States Ambassador Designate Leo Brent Bozell III has arrived in South Africa ahead of presenting his credentials to President Cyril Ramaphosa, and formally assuming office. Now, his arrival marks a significant moment amid previous strains over trade, foreign policy, and broader geopolitical matters. Once credentials are accepted, Bozell will officially take up duties as Washington's top envoy. The deployment follows his Senate confirmation in December and signals continued direct engagement with Pretoria, Africa's most industrialized economy, and is closely watched by political and diplomatic observers. In other national news, SANParks is appealing for public and private support to help restore the Kruger National Park. And that's after recent floods devastated the northern Mpumalanga and Limpopo regions. Letaba, Setara, Olifants and Shingwezi camps were most affected, with Shingwezi still cut off. Damage costs are estimated above R500 million. The newly launched Kruger Recovery Fund aims to rehabilitate camps, repair access routes, restore water, electricity and communications, as well as reopen infrastructure. Now, the phased recovery focuses on reconnecting the park, and supporting ongoing conservation efforts amid challenging environmental conditions. In your international news making headlines, aviation workers in Kenya have agreed to resume work after a strike that caused cancellations, delays and diversions, particularly affecting Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. Operations are gradually returning to normal, with passengers advised to confirm schedules with airlines. The strike stemmed from pay and working condition disputes, with unions highlighting crew scheduling and fatigue concerns. Urgent talks overseen by the Transport Ministry helped restore stability in the sector. Now, passengers stranded by previous disruptions are expected to resume travel as services gradually normalize across the country's major airports. Meanwhile, Iran and the United States have reached an understanding on guiding principles in ongoing talks to address their long-standing nuclear dispute, although a final deal remains uncertain. Now, the discussions, mediated by Oman, led to a general agreement on key frameworks, while some regional security precautions were implemented, including temporary control of parts of the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran warned against foreign attempts to impose regime change, underlining ongoing tensions, but both nations signaled willingness to continue indirect engagement towards potential resolution. Now, oil markets responded with slight declines as fears eased. And closing off on a feel-good note with the month of love that's still very much with us, and so too is the buzz around Bad Bunny's spectacular Super Bowl halftime show at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Now, where even seasoned fans said they'd never seen anything like it. The global sensation delivered one surprise after another, but nothing captured the world's imagination quite like what has now been confirmed, a real wedding on the stage. A couple who invited Bad Bunny to their own wedding instead got married live during his halftime performance, as dancers and music celebrated their love. A closing billboard read, quote, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love," end quote, proving that even at one of the world's biggest sporting events, love takes center stage. Well, that is where we close up your news for this Wednesday. It's time now to get into your final bit of sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with the Six Nations and Henry Pollock getting the nod. He'll make his first England start. That was after Steve Borthwick has now reshuffled his side for Ireland's Six Nations visit to Twickenham. A big night for Captain Maro Itoje. He will earn his 100th cap, with Pollock then starting at 8. Ben Earl shifts to the open side, with Tom Curry then returning to the starting lineup on the blind. Now let's get into our tape of the tape from the World Cup yesterday. It's cricket. New Zealand sealed their Super 8's qualification with an 8-wicket win over Canada in Chennai, chasing 174 with ease as Glenn Phillips and Rasheen Ravindra starred with the bat. Then in Mumbai, Nepal ended their strong campaign, showing a lot of growth, beating Scotland by 7 wickets, powered by Dipendra Singh Airi's unbeaten 50. Now we can get back to Doha for more tennis action, as Carlos Alcaraz marked his return to action with a composed 6-4, 7-6 win over Arthur Rinderknecht in the Qatar Open first round. The world number one did have to save some late pressure in that second set before sealing victory in the tiebreak. And as a result, he'll now face Frenchman Valentin Royer. Then we get back into the craziness of the UEFA Champions League. It's been amazing this year. So last night, Borussia Dortmund, they seized control of their Champions League playoff with a 2-0 first leg win over Atalanta, and that was in Germany. Then Paris Saint-Germain showcased some resilience, overturning a 2-goal deficit to beat a sleeping Monaco 3-2 away, while Real Madrid, they seem back on track with their new coach gaining an advantage, edging out Benfica 1-0 in Lisbon to put themselves in the pound position. And that's where we leave our sport for this Wednesday morning. Let's see how the roads are looking. Hopefully not quite as competitive. Let's kick it off up in Midrand in Gauteng, where an accident has sadly occurred on the N1 southbound. That's after the Allendale on-ramp. You know, traffic is going to crawl. The N1 southbound affected after that Allendale ramp. Currently closed, in fact, so traffic moving really slowly in the area. Please use an alternative route. I can feel my PTSD from Joburg coming back to me. Then we move down to the mother city in Khayelitsha, to be exact. Heavy congestion is underway as a result of some increased traffic volumes at this time of the day into outbound at the ramp towards Mew Way. Now very, very congested, as you can see. Delays being experienced, so do plan your morning commute accordingly. Remember, always stay alert and be kind out on the roads. Let's get into the weather. Okay. And we are starting off with your day. Partly cloudy conditions in Polokwane, gang. Temperatures start off at a low of 17, going up to a balmy 31. A nice gentle northwesterly wind to see you through the day. Rest of the week looking beautiful. A little bit of rain forecast as we hit Friday. Moving to Klerksdorp, how you doing? Clouds dominating your skies today. Got a low of 16, going up to 28 degrees. Light westerly gusts around 14 kilometers an hour. Then your temps sticking in those lower 20s or higher 20s to lower 30s for the rest of the week. Beautiful week, in fact. Likewise, in Pretoria, you're going to experience mostly cloudy skies in your part of town, tempering those high temps, and light winds expected from the northwest. And your temperatures will range between a low of 18 and then a high of 27 throughout the week. Wet weather conditions expected over the weekend, though, so please be aware of that. Moving to Jozi, today you're going to experience some cloudy conditions. Temperatures ranging between a low of 16 and then a high of just a moderate 24 degrees. Winds drifting in from the wester as well, and then steady temperatures in the lower to mid-20s expected for the remainder of your week as well. Perfect wet period towards the going into next week to add a bit more moisture up where it's needed. Mbombela today brings you partly cloudy skies as well, with some warm conditions though. Winds from the northeast staying light, while temps are going to move between 18 and 29 degrees. And then you got clear skies expected from Friday for the weekend, and then a period of rainfall chasing that. Moving inland to Bloem, mostly sunny skies to brighten your region. Low of 15, going up to a balmy 28 degrees. Nice westerly wind to chill you out as well, and we're going to stick between the 30 and 32s throughout the week. Very moderate week ahead of you. As we move to Richards Bay, you've also got some cloudy skies dominating your day today. A low of 22, going up to 29 degrees, so expect some moisture in the air. Moderate winds from the northeast to keep you propped up until Saturday. Then moving to Durbs, you can expect mostly cloudy conditions conditions for your region. Temperatures ranging between 22 and 28 degrees. Expect the humidity, I would imagine, but a light northeasterly wind there to shift you along the rest of the week, accompanied by some rain as we move to Mthatha, and you've got sunny conditions today, ranging between 17 and 28 degrees in your temps, with winds coming in from the southeast but staying light, and a little bit of rainy condition kicking in for the rest of the week. And moving to Cradock, your region experience mostly cloudy skies again today, light winds expected from the west there as well, and your temps will range between a low of 16 and a high of 31 degrees, and they pretty much stay in that zone for the rest of the week. Nice midweek highs there, 35 to take into account. Your region will experience mostly cloudy conditions as well to start your day. Temps ranging between 19 and 29 with a southeasterly wind weighing in. Clear skies expected for Friday though, and then a little bit of rainfall coming in after the weekend. George, looking gorge. Today you'll experience cloudy skies in the region ranging between 18 and 27 degrees in terms of your temps. Winds from the southwest west but staying light, and then you've got a 40% chance of rain kicking in tomorrow, and that pushes through until the rest of the week. Mother City, you start your Wednesday again with a partly cloudy sky above us. Moderate winds expected from the southwest. We have had some strong winds, so that might climb. Temperatures will start off on a low of 18, going up to just 24 degrees. But that windy weather is forecast from tomorrow, and the temperatures remaining moderate for the rest of the week as a result. Moving to Sutherland, scattered thunderstorms are shaking things up in your neck of the woods. Temperatures swinging from a chilly 11 to 27 degrees, and that moderate westerly wind appearing today as well. Then for the rest of the week, your temps remaining on the higher 20s to lower 30s side. And then Kimberley, we are celebrating in honor of Keenan, our head chef, today. You can expect partly cloudy skies, temps ranging between 17 and 30 degrees, and a light westerly wind coming through as well. Pleasant temps forecast for the rest of the week, accompanied by just a little bit of rainfall sporadically. And then moving to Uppies, I must be scared when I say this. Temperatures will be high today. Low of 19, going up to 34 degrees. Not as hot as it's been, but look at that Friday, 36 degrees. Your northwesterly wind is going to feel a bit like a fan heater, but it's okay. Please be aware of that 36 degrees. And maybe we need to take the edge off that feeling with a beautiful view. And in fact, this is Arusha Singh's view from her spot in Derbs. Oh my world, she's been out and about. Thank you so much. You have got 28 degrees, I think, or 26 degrees in 28. No, I was right. Back yourself, lad. That picture looks so beautiful. I was already in the water and swimming and feeling refreshed. If you are looking at a vista like that, if you think you can inspire us to get major FOMO from our studio, we'd love to see it. Post those pictures online. Hit us up on the socials. We'd love to see how you start your day, and I'd love to see how we're going to start the final hour of our show.
Shut up. Use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
I absolutely love everything that's going on in your Feel Good Breakfast show, and I think you're going to absolutely love what I'm about to plug you in on right now. And it's a chance to ponder, push up, play the Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and the Lotto Plus 2 for 41 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. So don't delay. Play the Lotto for an estimated 34 million rand, Lotto Plus 1 for 500,000 rand, and Lotto Plus 2 for 6.5 million rand. So it's all happening today, and all you got to do is buy your tickets. So I want you to do it now. And you've got options, and you can do them in store. You can buy your tickets on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, or you can use cell phone banking. And we want you to win this money so badly that we put all these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check them out right now. And that will make sure that you get yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 41 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, it's absolutely exciting, and much like the rest of the show, which will continue to do just that.
When bugs invade, use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
As promised, because I keep my word, we're back in the kitchen plating up with Chef Keenan. Chef, I snuck 2 mussels. Okay, confession. I
okay.
snuck 2 mussels, but now the stage is all yours. Please show us how you plated this beautiful
Okay, so
dish.
now I'm just gonna mix everything together so the dressing gets in the mussel shells and everywhere else. You got your herbs dressed as well. Mussels go straight in there. Let's just open them up a little bit.
Because, I mean, it's all about the appearance, the
Yeah,
presentation.
100%. And then let's get some of that dressing over there.
The dressing, we are so used to having mussels just steamed on their own. And I love that. It works. When you start adding aromatics like this, oh, it's delicious. A little bit of greenery, a little bit of garnish.
Fresh, yeah, exactly.
And that is it. I love it. South Africa, go visit Little Fox. Try this dish. It is sensational. Go to the ad break, but do come back. Chef, that looks insane, but you know what? I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Don't go anywhere. Ooh. Mm.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, I'm Zanzi. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Feeling so good on this Wednesday, and we're going to carry on with that sentiment right now and bring in a dose of inspiration. Now, the stage is alive with anticipation for the 2026 Ibuyambo Book Festival, and under the theme, Our Words, Our Work, Our Freedom. And this gathering is more than a celebration of literature. It's a call to action. And in a country with 12 official languages following the inclusion of South African Sign Language, SASL, and that's since 2023, where only 2% of commercially published books are indigenous African languages. These numbers are crazy, G.
Oh man, and this stark reality lands in the real world. It means that millions of children must learn to read in languages that they do not understand. If you've got a young child, learning in their own language to read can be a challenge. So today we are joined by one of the powerful voices shaping the future of African language literature, and us being the custodian of that, the organizer of the Ibu Yambo Book Festival, Pumla Makelani. Welcome to it. I know we like to keep it quiet in the library, but we are a noisy space. But we are here to cheer for literacy, especially when a child gets to read and learn in their own language.
Yes, and I think you just mentioned now the issue of 2%. But now, if you look at what has been happening in terms of literacy in our primary schools, so according to statistics, it is recorded that 80% of grade 4 learners, they cannot read for meaning. So if you take that 2% of books published in indigenous languages and put it next to that 80%, then you would understand that we are having a serious problem.
And I'm glad that people have made that link.
Yes.
It is so vital.
These numbers are scary. It's a harsh, real reality, though, at the same time. And I'm sure much of this has been the inspiration behind why you started the book festival?
Yeah, a part of it. So what happened was I have a group of, it was great for then learners that we do creative writing with. So because I wanted them to be close to writers, to have access to writers and to, because the shocking bit was that they didn't know anything about a book festival. And even the community, because I was distributing flyers now, they asked, what is a book festival? So in this day and age, so it was so important because I've attended Open Book Festival, I've attended French Book Festival. So
You've seen the impact of it.
Yes, so I wanted authors, I wanted those kids to have access to people that write.
And also maybe seeing people that they can be inspired
Yes,
by, knowing
yes,
what they're capable of.
Themselves represented in that argument, because we're not just creating, because if you think about that critical thinking gateway and how reading for meaning is attached to that, it's almost a handicap when children leave that space without being able to process. It is.
I must remember that.
It is. And that's why I say, bless you, child, for doing what you're doing, because this is saving future generations, from that side, but also from a creative perspective. We want children to want to write, tell their own stories, record their own history. Why is it so powerful when we do get it right? What difference do you see in the children and the authors actually getting this platform when we can dip into our own language?
So what's beautiful, I remember an article that was written by Mpush Tabeni. He's one of the authors that are based here in Cape Town. So he has done lots of book festivals. But now for the first time, he could speak his mother tongue. So the whole time, it was different. It was different. I feel like most of the time, we have to, it's like people make room for him, make room for her. But it was more home. This is home. This is. I remember that Cheers, that song, like everyone want to go, where everybody knows your name.
You make me feel like crying now. That's but that's such a cool and a very powerful notion.
Yeah, so it's more, Ibu Book Festival is about creating home for authors that write in indigenous languages, because currently there isn't.
There's just not even a space, let alone a home.
I see how this is actually eradicating the issue that we have where so many young kids are, like you mentioned, reading books that they don't understand. Just reading words that make no sense.
And then being judged on it.
And then, being judged on that, to think that that's part of your intelligence even. So is the festival kind of creating a space that's safe, that feels like home, that allows kids to engage in their own language?
Okay, so the exciting bit on Friday, we've invited high school learners to answer a question. Somebody on Facebook, she made a comment that indigenous languages are just languages that we use to communicate amongst each other. There's no value in them. there's nothing you can do with indigenous language. And she asked a question, what has indigenous languages done for indigenous South Africans? So we are going to, I'm sorry to say, indoctrinate those high school learners.
Yeah, man, hit it hard,
to answer that question, so to be, for them to be able to understand that when you can pursue career in, whether it's in science and technology, that science and technology speaks better when it can speak your mother tongue.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
That's not indoctrination, that's just education.
To that point, I won't mention the brand name because we might have to send them an invoice, but I watched a young female scientist come onto stage and announce the start of a new product launch with a poem that she had written herself that was so much more powerful than anything, any copy that a marketing or advertising exec could have written. It's got to live within you. I understand that. Thank you so much. As we understand the relevance of the spoken language and how important that storytelling is because we live it every day. But there is a generation that doesn't understand. If there was one book that you wish could be read, that you often dip back into for yourself, we put it to our viewers, that one book that they absolutely love. For me, it always began and ended with The Lord of the Rings because it was the first journey that I was taken on in that sense. I've read far more powerful books in terms of what it's done to me, but that was for me. I want you to think about that while we take a look at our viewers and how they are thinking.
Yeah, Dermalogica comes through and says, good morning, Expresso team. Happy Wednesday. The book I couldn't put down was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, I think, or Morgenstern, sorry. It's magical, atmospheric storytelling and vivid characters totally pulled me in. Oh, adding that to the list. This is a big one for me, guys. So Zahira Buck says, good morning, beautiful people. Definitely Ikigai. It's such an amazing self-help positive book. And I think she's referring to how to find your Ikigai. Beautiful stuff. I've been really following that quite closely. And it's such a great way to find your passion and your purpose in life. If you're looking for reasoning, then go find that book. It's so incredible.
So what's your book?
It's easy because there's a new book. It was only released in December. It is Steve Biko's I Write What I Like. It's been translated into isiXhosa, Ndibhala Intando Yam. Now, that's a book that should be in your home, and every South African should have I Write What I Like.
Love that.
Now, what's beautiful is that we're going to have the people behind the translation.
Oh, wow.
Professor Simpiwe Sesante, Dr. Thambile Masola, and Nkosinathi Biko, they will be at the festival talking about the journey of translating, because when Steve Biko was writing that book, it was a trying time. But the thing is, we're still going through trying times.
We're still living that time.
Yes, So it's such a beautiful moment where we can reflect and say, what does it mean in this day and age when we have such a book translated into a language that everyone can understand? It speaks, it's like it speaks mother tongue.
But exactly, and think of the young South African child that's going to write this history in their mother tongue. Think about that. That's the kind of generational wealth that we are pouring into the space. Ibu Yambo Book Festival 2021 Feb at the Langa Civic Hall. Please plug yourself in, connect to the source of creativity.
We're back in the kitchen with Chef Keenan, and up next, he's promising to make the best chicken wings you've ever had in your whole entire life. I didn't say it, he did. Also, if you do want to get the recipe Chef Keenan is presenting on the show this morning, there is a QR code that you can scan throughout the time, and you do want to get these recipes. Also, get those voice notes coming through. Chef Keenan said he'll answer any questions, not only your food questions, anything. We got, that number is 063-036-9649. And we just checked, do we actually have any voice notes? We do! We've got a voice note. Let me turn up my mic because I want to hear this. Charmaine. Let's hear what Charmaine has to say.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say to Keenan, we're very proud of you. Aboichi from Kimberley, we're really proud of you.
Thank you.
And we're praying for greatness and blessing over your life. Keep doing what you do and make us proud. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charmaine. I appreciate that.
What?
That's crazy.
You are the love that has been
love
poured
is
out today for
overwhelming.
you.
Yeah, I know.
And I haven't stopped smiling since you walked into the kitchen today. Honestly. Okay, let's talk chicken wings. Let's talk chicken wings. It's
Let's
getting
go.
emotional, man. We have
Yeah,
to
I
cook.
know.
Okay, that is
So,
amazing. Charmaine,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Chicken wings. Where do we even begin now? Okay, chicken wings. Talk me through. How does Chef Keenan do chicken wings?
Okay,
and how does he do it in 5 minutes?
Let's try. We're gonna start with the sauce first. So you got some sesame oil. And normal canola oil going in there. Then we have aromatics again, obviously. So some red onion, normal white onion as well. Jalapeno because I like spice.
See.
And then some lime leaves. Some toasted coriander seeds as well.
You spoke about the sounds of the restaurant.
Yes.
Okay, how much do you charge for me just to sit there to take in the aromas?
Nothing at all. Come through.
There we go. The smells in your kitchen, because you're not playing with like play ingredients. You've got like such bold, strong flavors. The aromas must be amazing, and that's how you wake up in the morning, right?
Exactly, yeah. So that's the first thing that happens in the morning. We get in. If there's not some stock going on, something's cooking in the kitchen all the time. So the smell's always there. I love it.
And what time do you start your morning?
Right now we're starting at about 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So not too bad.
No.
Start about 8:30 in the morning because of the style of food that we're doing. Services don't run so long. So we do lunch between 12 and 3, and then we have like snacks and drink service as well, and then dinner from 6. We're normally out of there by like 10:30.
Wow!
I know.
It's amazing. I said wow, and in my ear, the whole control room upstairs went, wow! That's amazing. And that's a healthy culture.
Exactly.
That's a new
yeah.
way, like, actually, how we work with food without that intense pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure's always
The
going to be
pressure
there.
is there, but I mean, like, it doesn't run on for 4 hours at a time anymore because it's not a tasting menu. So we do offer chef's favorite menu as well, which is like some of the dishes I selected from the menu and like curated it into like a set menu type of thing. But even that, 2 hours, you're out of there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so there is a QR code that's going to pop up on screen. Get the recipe. I need to talk. How do you handle that pressure? Because let's be honest, you're playing the food game in Cape Town. Yeah. The pressure's always there. How do you manage it? When you close at 10 o'clock, how do you switch off?
How do I switch off? Well, firstly, when we close the restaurant at 10 o'clock, I just like to say thank you to all the chefs, appreciate it, whatever, and then say thank you to everyone in the front as well because they all make it happen. And then when I leave from there, I get home, I'll have some kombucha when I get home.
Love.
Say goodnight to the wife, have a shower, and then it's
Can we pause right there? Can we pause right there for a second? I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah. We have changed as a generation. Yeah. We used to come home and then have a beer. We come home and have kombucha.
Yes.
And we are better for it. Oh, okay, sorry. Interrupted. Go on, kombucha. Go.
So that's what I do. I'll have some of the Cape Culture Co kombucha and then I'll sit and have a chat with the wife, take a shower and then go to bed.
This is so wholesome.
Up early again in the morning and then it's school run.
Wholesome to the max, and then he just happens to run what is destined to be one of the most amazing restaurants in Cape Town. Chef Keenan. Chef Keenan. Okay, let's talk very quickly about what's happening in the pan.
Okay, so all the aromatics in, we put some soy mirin in there as well, just to reduce down. A little bit of sambal ulek. This is like a pickled chili.
How hot, Chef? How hot?
It's not too hot, man. It's nice.
The salt
exactly
is so good.
That's what it is. So while the sauce is going, we're going to prepare our chicken. This has been marinating in some lime juice and fish sauce for about 20 minutes. We're going to take it straight out of there.
Let me make some space.
Yeah. This goes into some seasoned flour. Just a little bit of salt. This is tapioca flour and normal cake flour, by the way, as well.
So chicken wings are quite tender already, but by soaking it in that...
The lime juice and stuff makes it even juicier. It absorbs it, basically.
Oh, can you imagine how tender it's going to be as well?
And the fish sauce, like, adds salt to it as well, so...
I think we've like, there's this whole idea about salt being really bad. And for me, someone who's on heart version point 2, like, I'm really careful about salt as well.
Yeah.
But the significance of salt and how you use it is important.
Yes, it's important how you use it, I
And
think.
if you use it the right way, you actually maybe even end up using less of another ingredient. And what you're doing is, wow, you're using it. Okay, so sauce is simmering.
Sauce is simmering, that's what's happening. And then we're going to start frying our chicken in a minute.
We're going to start frying that chicken and we're going to get the chicken golden brown and delicious. And when we come back a little bit later, we're going to show you how we plate this all up. I'm just getting myself the most aromatic steamed facial right now. See you after the break.
Steamed facial is crazy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Back, no, it is not the culinary hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
But they're not sleeping. Chef Keenan will be taking the hot seat once again in just a moment. But right now we are talking all things glittering and shining because they are beautiful. Great food starts long before the first bite. It begins with the right tools in your kitchen, and with the right cookware, you can completely transform the way that you cook and I suppose the way you feel in your kitchen, just from how your food heats up to the flavor, the texture, and even the confidence you feel behind the stove. So Chef Clem Pedro is still here because we weren't going to drag him out of this kitchen today. He's having a good time.
I'm having such a good time.
You're having a great time. Buddy, explain yourself. Okay, so what do we need in a kitchen?
Yeah.
What does the right range of cookware look like? I suppose this.
I had a whole script that I was supposed to tell you. I'm drop kicking it out. Boom.
Boom.
Changing it. Chef Keenan said something so important earlier. He spoke about the sounds of a kitchen.
Oh, wow.
And it's not a... We are so intentional about everything that we do in 2026 that the sounds, the sights, the weight of things are what matters. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how you are doing it.
What's that mode? Okay.
And that, for me, comes through... Cooking for me is never just a source of... Like, it's never just because I have to cook. It's always an experience.
Doing something new.
Always. And that starts, obviously, with the ingredients, but the continuation of the process is when we cook. It has to be part of the theater and the magic. And the first thing that we kind of forget about, part of the theater, is weight. I want you to hold this, okay?
Well, you can hold it with one hand, so I feel like I have to be able to hold it.
It is
that's
so
lekker.
weighty, but not in a way that's uncomfortable. It's weighty in a way of confidence.
Yeah,
It gives you confidence when you cook with it, and that's really important. When you cook, and again, in 2026, it's all about intention. It's not just about what we're cooking, and it's how we're cooking. Stainless steel. I am obsessed.
Well, the world seems to be obsessed with stainless steel at the moment, and that's like, obviously from a health perspective, it's great because there's no coatings or anything coming off there. Does it make a difference from a flavor perspective?
Well, let's talk about what happens here. So first of all, we've got a 5-ply cookware set. 5-ply, I mean, we've got 5 layers of metals layered in there.
That's like a katana blade now when you start folding the metal, man. Yeah.
But it's metals that are all perfectly put together for purpose, okay? We know that copper is great at heat induction, aluminium also for heat transfer. Stainless steel doesn't rust. It's stainless steel for a reason. The contact you get of, let's talk about steak, because I know we steak guys.
Yeah, that's always the benchmark, right?
We cast iron and steak, we assume go like this together, best friends. Stainless steel and steak, my friend, that's something else. That's magic. That's crust like you've never had before.
I'm thinking also the deglazing and what you can get out of the pan once you're done, all those
magical. The satin finish is also amazing and intentional, so you're not just constantly getting reflections in your face. It's not just about that. It's about the way that it makes contact with the food. And when it makes contact with the food, because of all those beautiful sandwiches of layers of 5-ply, the heat is focused on where it needs to be. It's even heat distribution, and that's important. As someone who cooks a lot, if you're putting, let's just go back to the steak, it's always a great example. Well, you find with cookware, sometimes they get hot spots. Okay?
Well, the thing is, when we cook eggs, often you like that, where you've got to learn where to cook the egg on the pan for each pan.
Why do I need to negotiate with the pan?
Exactly.
No.
Stop gatekeeping my eggs, pan.
Even heat distribution, which means you're going to get even cooking every single time. And we already spoke about the contact that the meat or whatever you're cooking has with stainless steel. That's phenomenal.
This is also looking like surgical precision going on here.
And that is what I love. When you have cookware, okay, anything for me that takes up space and only serves one purpose is like, I can't justify
Especially in
it.
today's level of innovation. Okay, before we run out of time, we've got some beautiful kind of a mix here. Talking to, and I like the fact that you can also lid these up.
We got
That's very
the
cool.
South African staple. You need this pot. It's your soup pot, it's your stew pot, it's your sauce pot, it's your mealie meal pot, it's the pot. And again, the fact that it looks, it looks so incredibly beautiful. It can live on the counter. Also perfect size for like versatility. Then we get to the point where we start like, this is where I go next level. I love a skillet, absolutely love a skillet. Because of the shorter handles, I find them more versatile. It's a pan pot. It's a pan pot. I love them. I find them so incredibly versatile. Also, the lid, I love the fact that you can actually, if you need like a lid with your pan, the two actually, you can actually just grab this one and pop it on here. And then let's just talk about the pan. The pan with the extra handles is on the side as well. It just feels so classy and timeless. We spoke about the weight, how important that is, and just the curvature of everything. This curve is designed for chefs. This is
this metal, does this not get hot?
Well, it's slow transfer because remember, you've got all that sandwiches of the metals on the side. That's where the heat is being held. So the heat transfer to the handle is going to be incredibly slow because of the design of the layers in between of those 5 pliers.
Keeps all that residual heat.
It's the residual
heat.
This is dinner theater. This is cooking theater. This is beyond
Beautiful.
it's just like just cooking a meal. This is when you get to play and have fun with pieces that look beautiful, but also cook with precision. And that's what it comes down to.
2-minute noodle pot, but it's
you
not
know
that.
what?
Oh, okay, it's not. It's,
It'll be the fanciest you've ever had, ever.
You'll call it the ramen noodle pot then, once
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
rolling that. I know in South Africa we do call them ramen noodles. And
But
that's
also
fine.
cook where you can serve on the table. Very important.
Exactly.
Cook where you can serve on the table. Love.
Just very, very quickly, to look after our stainless
Uh-huh.
steel finish when dealing with composite metals like this, what's the best way to keep them like this?
I am very precious with mine. So mine, even though people say can dishwasher safe, yes, sure, but I'm so precious with my stainless steel cookware.
He baths with his.
I do bath with them, and then I literally make sure that when I wash them, I dry them, polish them immediately. And a stainless steel, you don't have to. It's stainless steel. You'll give this to your great-grandkids. I am just so precious about the way that they look, and I know that by doing that, they're going to keep on performing for
And
years.
he even
years
hangs
to
them in
come.
his house, and he does his hair in
With the picture.
When he
The frame.
does it in the morning, he just uses the reflection. It is. You could actually knock me out with that, I think, as well. That is absolutely beautiful, and it delivers, most importantly, in the kitchen. Woolworth 5-ply stainless steel cookware delivers outstanding performance and timeless style for your kitchen. You can see it for yourself. Expertly crafted from stainless steel, from aluminium and from copper to get the most out of the metal quality. This ensures exceptional heat distribution, that retention where you need it most, and then long-lasting durability. You don't have to bath with it. You can just wash it normally. You can shop these gorgeous 5-ply cookware, this entire set. In fact, at Woolworths, you can do it in-store, online, or you can go and see your reflection for yourself in-store.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful people and families. Let's talk about them because we love them until there's money involved.
Oh,
right?
the big M word, my goodness. Okay, there's a new film that's out right now. It's called How to Make a Killing, and it dives, or at least drives into exactly that. A twisted, darkly funny story about what happens when an inheritance turns into a full-blown family battle.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, you want to find out more about this? We've got the sneak peek that you've been waiting for. Let's check it out.
Yes, she had been disowned by her family, but someday I would become sole heir. The real estate, planes, an island or two.
Beckett, no way. So are you living in the city now?
Yeah, I do. A little outside of it.
Whatever happened to the Redfellow family fortune?
I'll inherit it. Someday.
Well, call me when you've killed them all.
There were 7 of them. 7 rich pricks. Between myself and $28 billion. If I were to prune a few branches of the family tree.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Beckett.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah?
Okay, listen, if you were unfairly cut out of a family inheritance, what is the pettiest thing that you would do to get back in? No, you see, I'm going to reveal my evil if I do that right now.
Yeah, this is a proper. I don't know what I would scheme up and make up, but there would be signs.
There would be
definitely would be signs. I think many of us would probably turn towards the blackmail,
Ooh.
something malicious, or some of the secrets that we've been keeping for a while would definitely come up. Unless you give me a little percentage of that.
Because you're supposed to go to the grave with these secrets, but hey, man, when millions are involved, other rules start coming to play. Because imagine that you do inherit millions tomorrow. We want to know from you, Mzansi, what's the first thing that you're going to do with that money?
You know what I'll probably do? I'll probably ask Chef Keenan, like, when he's free and hire him for the rest of the year to make me, my family, and all my people the best food ever, and he can eat with us.
Agreed.
I think that will be the best money I could spend, yeah?
Yeah, I would try to invest some and then maybe buy some property with some, and then, of course, go shopping with at least one of the millions.
Girls
Come
gotta
on.
shop.
The girls gotta shop.
But listen, if you'd like to see a family feud that makes ours look completely normal, well, we're giving away 30 double tickets to a special pre-release screening of How to Make a Killing in Cape Town and Jersey. And that's all ahead of its nationwide cinema release with popcorn and drinks included.
Oh, I like the sound of that. The screenings take place on Wednesday, the 25th of February, 2026 at 7:15 in the evening, that's PM, at the V&A Waterfront at Sandton City Mall. So make sure that you are available if you are entering.
Yeah, you've got options. And to enter, here's how you do it, right? All you got to do is head to our social media pages and complete the Google form. Now, the competition closes Sunday, the 22nd of Feb, 2026, and it's first come, first serve. So the earlier you enter, the better your chances. Of course, the T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. Good luck.
And if you would like Chef Keenan to be your private chef for a year, it's going to cost you just 680 million rand before VAT. Before VAT! Chef!
That's crazy.
Talk to me about our next recipe.
Okay, cool. So you're going to have to get involved. You're going to make the salad in the meantime while I finish off the chicken. So you're making somtam. In the thing that you've got some...
Making?
Somtam.
Somtam.
Yeah,
there we
so
go. Welcome to Cape Town. It's somtam.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's a Thai street food salad that they make. So you're gonna pound the garlic and the Thai chilies in there. And then you're gonna add some dried shrimp to it, some peanuts, tomatoes.
In the restaurant, are you pounding it like this?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, really?
100%.
Oh, my word. Okay, one of the sounds you spoke about. If it's not something like this, it's not working. Okay.
Exactly.
And then we can just start loading in the flavor.
Yeah, so now you're gonna go with the shrimp and the peanuts. You can put it all together.
Look, that's one of the hold up these little shrimp. I mean, how amazing. And the fact
tiny
that
dried shrimp, yeah.
you don't have to question that. That's just 100% tiny little
100%.
shrimp. I don't even think Prosper cameraman can get focus on that. That's too tiny. Wow. That's delicious. Peanuts.
Very umami. Peanuts in. And then you're gonna just mix that through together. And then this is green papaya, so it's basically unripe papaya. And that's gonna be the bulk of our salad with some tomatoes, green beans, and then finally fish sauce, lime juice, and some more roasted peanuts in the end.
But it's about texture, isn't it?
Yes, it is about
So we're not
texture.
trying to go like too fine. We're
No,
trying
you're
to
not
keep
trying
things
to
a bit...
mush it up too much. Like that should be perfect now.
Okay.
Cool, and then you can go in with that.
Wow! I just got I mean, I'm also asking you to smile. It's your recipe. But
You got it. Oh.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So green beans, our green papaya,
Yeah,
green.
and now you really don't want to mush it up
No,
too
now
much.
we're just kind of moving things around,
Yeah,
right?
you can use the spoon as well and just toss it up nicely.
There we go. Oh my word. Tomatoes then join the mix.
Yes.
And then I see we said
That'll-
fish sauce.
So fish sauce, lime juice.
Uh-huh.
You want to give it like a quick 1-2 just to like sort of release the juice from the tomatoes.
See, and then do you want me to, chef, give another little pound?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So pound. I'm sorry, I meant to say all the fish sauce.
Yes, all the fish sauce.
While I'm busy doing this, we've got another voice note from Naledi. Naledi, let's hear what you have to say.
Good morning, chefs. My name is Naledi from Johannesburg. I have a question regarding mushrooms. So I wanted to know, when cooking a meal that has mushrooms in it, do you have to wash the mushrooms or straight away just cut them and cook? Thank you. Have a good morning.
Well, let's talk about what you do with your mushrooms
That's
in the
actually a
restaurant.
very intelligent question.
Yeah.
Like, you don't wash mushrooms with water. So what we normally do is we just take some blue towel, damp. If it does have a lot of sand and stuff on it, then you can just wipe it off like that. But you don't want to run them under water or anything like that. So you wipe the mushroom with a semi-dry cloth, and then that's it. And then you can start slicing and put it in.
Because they're basically sponges. If we're going to run them under water, it's just going
to absorb all of that.
We don't
and
want that. So I love that question, Naledi. There you go, from the chef himself. Just wipe it off. Wipe it off. There we go. Whatever you take in that's from Mother Nature, it's just goodness. It's going to make you better, stronger. Say so. Chef, this salad smells amazing.
Cool,
Your
so-
chicken wing, when did that happen?
Just while you were busy, yeah.
Whoa! Those
I might have
chicken
to
wings.
taste this to see, because it looks amazing. So I want to know that you actually got it right.
Let me also get in there. Oh my word. And it's your recipe.
That tastes like Thailand. I know.
Again, the level, the fact that the acidity is there, it's not a suggestion.
Yes.
It is there.
Very in your face.
The salt is not a suggestion, it is there. It's a critical part of the dish.
Yeah.
The flavors.
And the peanuts. Okay, so I normally like to top this off with a little bit of toasted rice as well.
Oh, nice.
And then you can garnish it however you want. You go some fresh lime leaves as well on there. With the chicken, I just tossed it in our Zab seasoning. Paprika, smoked paprika, sweet paprika, a little bit of coriander, and then we just blend some toasted rice into that as well.
Oh, sorry. I heard there was a chef in studio and I came ready with the plates.
Maybe you're actually going to hold my
Chef.
next question. Not a question, but my thing. I was going to say, like, with the food the type of food you're creating, you must get a lot of like facial expressions from the first bite.
Yes.
Enter Carissa. Anyway.
That's exactly what we want, though, by the way.
What's that?
So the sauce we made earlier, I strained it, blended some fresh coriander
Okay.
into it, so it's green now, and then I just charge it with a spumagan, so it's aerated, and then you can dip your chicken into that.
Wow, how
And that's how we serve it.
interesting.
Wow.
Like that.
Okay. Maybe I didn't even need a plate. I could just grab a piece of chicken.
That's how you want to do it.
Okay, I'll grab a piece of chicken.
Whatever you like.
And then you dip it into this
dip it straight
aerated
into there.
sauce. Wow.
Zab, zab, heaven.
The crunch is real. Stop it,
Take-
stop
take
it,
a
stop
flat.
it.
Mm.
Stop.
Take-
Oh
take a
yes, I
flat.
want a flat.
I do love a
There
flat
we go,
too.
chef.
Mmm. I don't know what I'm tasting.
Chef, while I'm taking a bite, run Carissa through what these amazing wings are all about.
So, like you saw earlier, we got them marinated in fish sauce, lime juice, and then we fry them real quick. Just a little bit of plain flour and tapioca flour. Sprinkle some
Right.
water on them so they have the little nibbly bits on them there as well.
Okay, I
That
get
goes in the
you.
fryer, comes out, and then we season it with the Zab seasoning.
Zabs, is that what I'm tasting?
This is what Zab
It's
is.
the Zab.
It's the Zab.
That's the Zab. That's
Chef,
the magic.
That is
Wow.
wild.
You must bottle that and sell that.
To me.
I kind of want people to come to the restaurant.
Oh, okay, fair.
Makes
fair,
sense.
fair,
There we
fair.
go. Chef Keenan, you've been
Right.
absolutely phenomenal. Carissa, out of 10.
bites. Out of 10, $100,000,000.
Thank you, thank
Wow.
you.
And you deserve it.
Appreciate that.
You have given us so much energy this morning and so much. I don't know, the goosebumps are just running crazy. And South Africa loves you so much. We cannot wait to see you take our food to the world stage and just like broadcast it.
Wow.
We are
100%.
behind you. We love you so
Thank
much.
you, I appreciate
Food is
that.
fantastic. South Africa, we love you. Don't miss next week's Culinary Hotline. There will be more. On the Culinary Hotline, bling!
Ting, ting, ting.
Go to an ad break, but come right back.
Yummy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I don't want to sound like I'm telling you what to do, but I am kind of telling you what to do. Welcome back. Panda Pusher Play Lotto. Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2. Why? 41 million.
Oh.
That's it. I could just leave it there.
Yes.
Please don't delay this Wednesday. Could be your big payday. If you play your Lotto, 34 million rand sitting there. Lotto plus 1, I'm going to throw 500,000 rand. Lotto plus 2, 6.5 mil. Boom.
Beautiful stuff. Buy your tickets now in store. Head to the website, nationallottery.coza, the mobile app or cell phone banking to access your money.
And we also put these details on our Expresso social pages, so go check it out right now. Get yourself in the running to win big when we talk about the Lotto, Lotto plus 1, Lotto plus 2, all together, 41 million in total estimated jackpots. Come on now, get involved in this one.
Oh, I love it. Well, we are here for evocative performances that tell a story, and I hope you're ready. Right now, taking to the stage is the Vuyani Dance Theatre to perform another excerpt from Genesis.
They arrive, barricade. They arrogate and annihilate. They confiscate and conflagrate. They adjudicate, create a police state. Use all means to dominate. 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 They escalate, they hate, they dominate. They indoctrinate, invalidate, they liquidate and lustrate, manipulate, manipulate. They use all means, use all means, use all means to dominate. They escalate, they hate. They manipulate, they negate. They use all means to dominate.
Wow. Oh, on at the Baxter tonight. Good luck. And Keenan, you're an absolute legend, buddy. Thank you so much.
We love you and thank you for the food. Let's feast some Zanzi. We'll see you tomorrow between 6 and 9. Don't be late.
Adios, muchachos.